Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Milk Fridge Podcast. This is season 2, episode 3. We've got lots of stuff to talk about after being gone for a good amount of a while. We got Smash, we got Pokemon, we got Smash and Melee, of course. Bunch of good news to talk about in today's podcast with a different co-host with me today. We have John,
Yep.
the John,
I'm here.
John the John, Ron John, Long John Silver.
Oh no, not that one.
No.
The worst meal in America voted.
Oh, you could be Papa John.
That's better.
There, you could be Papa John. Can you turn off battery saver on this? But while he does that, Phantasmal Flames came out recently, and it turns out I went to the card store before a podcast, and they actually had product for us. So we've each got 2 packs of Phantasmal Flames to open up. So without further ado, let's just do it. Set's been out for a little bit. Not legal for play as of recording, but very soon to be legal. And there's been a lot of errors for these packs. But we got a Darumaka, got a Bronzor, Dugong, Ghastly, for the Gengar deck, Eternatus, Jumbo Ice. We love they probably Jumbo Ice, Ludicolo. Ooh, we got a Togedemaru art rare. It's very small, but I assure you, Togedemaru art rare.
Oh,
Very neat little guy. Let's go. All right, your turn.
Oh.
Your turn.
Let's see. My turn.
I'm hoping for 1 Mega Heracross. That's what I want.
My stupid. Hold on.
Put it in a pinch. Yeah, put it in a pinch.
I'm trying. It's not very pinchable. Oh, come on. There we go. It's old reliable.
Old reliable. Just eat the packaging.
Absolutely.
Of course, guys.
It's got to be some protein in it.
Mega apps.
What?
Move the mic a little closer as you crinkle it.
Okay, here we go.
That's the sound of money.
We got. What are you? Duraludon?
Duraludon.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think we'll be able to see that, but I will. We got Gligar.
Gligar.
This guy.
The silly.
Silly guy. Oh, we got Prinplup.
Prinplup. I actually like that Prinplup card. I think it's kind of neat.
That's pretty cool. Smeargle.
Smeargle. We love Smeargle.
Yeah,
New
what's it?
Smeargle card, by the way. The only legal Smeargle.
Really?
Yeah. They have not printed Smeargle ever since the incident.
What's the incident?
There is an incident. Keep going.
Archaludon.
Oh, Archaludon. Smeargle used to be Goldengo as a 1-prizer.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. What is low kicks?
Low kicks. Oh, that low kicks actually has a neat little deck for it. Based off its second attack.
That's a Pokemon?
People forgot about it.
I see why.
I think that's the second low kicks ever printed Gliscor.
Gliscor. Yes, awkward to kind of show the camera, but.
Yeah.
Oh, Boltund.
Boltund? Yes, sir.
Pretty cool. Sacred Charm.
Sacred Charm, one of the new tool cards.
I just realized my finger's covering the entire thing when I show it.
Oh, oops.
Oops. Oh, Genesect.
The Genesect. That Genesect is going to be a very nice card.
Bugscan. And a basic energy.
Basic energy. All right, my turn for my
And
second
the
pack.
best card to pull.
Exactly, the
Code
code card. Of course. We got a Bramblin, another Dugong, Bunnery. Lopunny's getting a lot of play. Darumaka once more. Jumbo Ice. I love the Jumbo Ice. Granbull. Paldean Tauros. And that funny deck, that's probably going to be a thing. Vileplume. Another Dugong. And the Moltres. Lightning Energy afterwards. Nice. Very nice. Moltres is kind of good though. I like the Moltres.
What to do?
It does 110 for a single fire energy as long as the opponent's active is an EX, which is really good because it can KO stuff like Teal Mask Ogrepon and do pretty good damage against Goldango.
Yeah, it's not bad. Alright, what do we
Low
got?
committal, big damage.
Single prizer. It doesn't want to cooperate. Come on.
Oh yeah,
Why did I get the stupid pack? There we go. Good enough.
he's gonna pull the Mega Dragonite EX gold card that isn't supposed to be out yet, but people have pulled it from Phantasmal Flames because Pokemon messed up big time packaging these.
Oops. Got Apom.
Apom.
The guy.
I love Apom.
Got Palmo.
Palmot?
Palmo.
Palmo. Oh. Oh yeah, Palmo. Big Poe.
I pulled Big Poe. Where is he? Got Gloom.
Gloom.
I feel bad that I don't know half the Pokemon. Oh, this guy's kind of cool. Got Dugong. I like this card.
The Dugong.
Looks pretty cool. Wondrous Patch.
Right. It is a good card.
Seviper. Ooh, I like this guy.
Oh yeah, that's Viper. He's pretty good.
Another low kicks. I don't know you. Why are you here?
He got another low kicks. He's new. He's
Or-
new. He's new and forgotten.
I got a blowtorch.
The Blowtorch. Yes,
What's
sir.
this do? Discard. That's pretty cool.
I like him.
I got another one.
Yeah, another Togedemaru art rare.
That's pretty cool.
Yes. 2 Togedemaru's.
Then
Another
That's pretty
Vile,
cool.
another
Vile
Vile
Plume.
Plume.
and the go.
Water Energy.
No,
Dang it. I try to read.
No,
we-
the actual go.
We both got
Scan this.
Togedemaru's.
Scan this.
No, I'm scanning it. I get those before the podcast is up.
Ah.
It's fine. But fun little segment. But we got some stuff stuttering. We've got some stuff to talk about. We have Smash tournaments happening recently. Smash tournaments locally happening recently. Pokemon tournaments, new Pokemon cards, new Pokemon sets. Yes, that's sets because we've got confirmation on 2 upcoming sets. And we have a really interesting purchase from Japan of the Start Deck 100, where Japan just made 100 decks with new cards, and you can buy them for like $5 at like a Japanese shop. It's pretty neat. We'll get more into that. They don't do it in English, but we do get the cards from those in English. But let's start off with the tournaments that happened. And I guess if you want to go in order, you can start at Kagaribi 14. Was a pretty big tournament. It is a P tier. Not as big as Kagaribi 13, but is still a big tournament featuring the top 4 Japanese players, or just the top 4 in general because they are the top 4 in the world. MK Leo was there, and a bunch of unique little runs here and there. I mean, I've got like pages of upsets that happened at the tournament as well. Like, all of these are upsets. We're not going to go too in depth on all those upsets because there is a lot. But please swipe. Thank you. You can get on with the results for Kagaribi first. We seen Dormigi win Kagaribi 14, beating his bracket demon Mia 2 times, breaking a 0-16 losing streak against Mia, taking 2 sets off of him in this tournament, and Mia getting second, having maybe the biggest choke ever. Like, top players were watching the gameplay. There were like 15 different options Game & Watch could do to win, but he didn't. And he definitely paid for it because he finally lost to Dormigi And I think right now Mia or Dormigi are going to be number one in the world.
Yeah.
And this could sway Dormigi in favor of being top one for ult rank. But Mia does have a lot more results.
Does that mean Dormigi's back to back number one?
Yeah, that would mean Dormigi would be back to back number one. Number one for the whole season of
Right.
the whole year. That'd be kind of cool, actually. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's Mia either. He's got a really good resume for these tournaments. He's won a lot. He beats a lot of people. He literally just wins any tournament that Akola is in attendance in. Besides this tournament, he lost to Dormigi. Ouch. Third place, we had Hurt using more of his Sonic in these matches, and it looks like the Sonic's actually gotten kind of good. He's doing pretty good. I think his Sonic beat Akola, so
Okay.
another Sonic player to look out for. And then Akola in fourth place. We've seen his Game & Watch again. Not the greatest, especially when you don't get Run Up Judgment 9, but not everyone can do that. And then at number 5, we see my GOAT T. I love T. He's a big troll. He's silly. He didn't really make any upsets. It's just the bracket got upsetted in a lot of different ways, and he benefited from it majorly. But someone who was making upsets was Shiryuki, who also got 5th place and beat Asimo, Shuton, and Ken, and Akikakusu. Just all of that from a crazy run to make top 5 at Kagaribi with Solo Inkling, mind you. That character, I forgot that character was in the game. I'm reminded that Inkling back air and dash dance is it's pretty good. I forgot. Still can't kill, but oops. We have Asimo in 7th, getting upsetted by Shiryuki and T. So the goats stand on business, of course. And MK Leo got a top 8 appearance here. Didn't really have too much going for him in this tournament. Just made his seed, coasted by, didn't get upsetted. So it's pretty good. And then out in 9th, there's Carmelo, Uame, Leaf, the GOAT, and Masa. Leaf had an amazing run here as well. He beat Raru and just also benefits from the amount of upsets in the tournament. Another thing to mention, Raru got decimated this tournament. He got upsetted by Yuzu, a 118th ranked player in Japan, and a 131st seed of the event, losing in a Game 5 situation for a upset factor of 12. Absolutely massive upset, and then lost to Leaf for an upset factor of 7. And out at 25th, seeded 3rd. Loki, I do think Varu was kind of overseeded for this event. I think 3rd is a lot when you have Akola, Mia, Dormigi, Hurt, MK Leo, Asimo. Maybe not Asimo, but there's just a lot of people that.
Get all the top competition.
Yeah. Yeah, Raru definitely got beaten up. Uame also had a really good run here. Kind of like the same thing. Didn't get upsetted, coast along a upsetted bracket, which made for a really, really neat tournament for me, listen to, because it happened while I was at work. But from what I was listening to while Visu's stream was in my pocket, it sounded pretty good. I just imagined what happened at the tournament and went back, looked at some clips. pretty crazy tournament. Lots of upsets, lots of random characters like Rosalina doing good at that tournament from multiple people.
Yeah, that was a little surprising.
Inkling top Inkling in top 5. My favorite mid tier. Don't know what they are in the tournament placements anymore, but pretty neat tournament. I think this tournament matters a lot for the rankings. We honestly could see rankings shift a lot. We could see T make a top 10 on rankings, honestly. I think he's got a good enough resume.
That'd be pretty.
Gets a good enough wins on top players. And he's my GOAT, so I'd love to see it. Maybe right outside top 10. But I mean, there's also a argument for MKLeo being top 10 for rankings again. Maybe not after this port bracket, but we'll get to that right now, actually, as port priority, the most recent Smash Ultimate Tournament, and S Plus being a super major event, having a lot to talk about, from character pool to upsets to the inevitability of some players, and why is Ice Climbers back?
God.
But for Port Priority 8, the top 8 looks as Sonic's finally winning another major tournament, winning it over Zomba, Carmelo, and Light, and Sir Alexander. Lammers 44, who also made top 8 at this tournament, but we can get to that crazy run later on. Zomba getting in second place, losing to Light and Sonics and winners. Carmelo losing to Sonics and Zomba. I don't really think. Yeah, the upsets weren't really too much in the later bracket until like early on is where brackets started to get. Also, this is kind of funny. You like that?
Oh.
Light in fourth place. He lost to Sonics and Carmelo. No, he lost to Sonics and Zomba. And then in fifth place, we have Toraguri, the forgotten GOAT of Banjo and Kazooie, the only Banjo and Kazooie player out there, absolutely dominating the tournaments. And I love to see that for him because he is one of my favorite players to watch. He plays this game crazy. He plays it so well. We have Louis Money in fifth as well, making just light work of the entire bracket. We've seen him 3-0ing Syrup, who was the top seed of this tournament. Syrup was the top seed of this tournament, number 1, and got out at 25th, losing to Louis Money and Monty in just pretty convincing ways. Even though Monty was game 5, it just looked like Monty locked in and Syrup was definitely not playing up to date. We also see Mild NAHO, the Donkey Kong from Japan, and probably the best Donkey Kong on the planet, make an amazing run here too.
So fun to watch.
I love watching that guy. I love watching Donkey Kong, modern Donkey Kong right now. If you asked me like a year earlier ago, if you asked me if I liked watching Donkey Kong, I'd say maybe because Donkey Kong low-key camping people out with that character. But in today's meta, we have a good amount of Donkey Kongs. They all do good. They all play amazingly well. Fun to watch. It's pretty cool. Maybe the best super heavy. Actually, no. I think they are just the best super heavy in the game, right? Guys, I think
I
the
think
only
right now in the meta, definitely.
I mean, the only other options would be like Bowser or Ensign.
Those guys don't have the results, so that's the issue.
Right, Donkey Kong wins super majors in Japan.
Yeah.
I think Donkey Kong would just be the best super heavy. That character shouldn't be winning anything, but through perseverance, Donkey Kong prevails. And in this top 8, we also see Sir Alexander, or also known as Lammers 44, playing me Gunner the entire bracket, beating Osimo in the process, and just doing incredible against this wacky bracket. Pretty crazy seeing me Gunner do good in today's age. You know, that character mainly piloted by Capitancito from the DR. And honestly, I will say, Lammers lost to Sonics, and that is Sonic's worst matchup. But when your neighbor friend is the best me Gunner in the Dominican Republic, which is really small and has like maybe like 2 locals, you probably fight him every week,
Right.
and you probably get enough matchup experience. So, not a shocker that Sonics beat Lammers because he's got matchup experience. And then out in the top 9, out in the top 16, we see Neo from Japan doing a pretty neat run. Monty locking in against so many players like Syrup and I almost said Syrup again because I accidentally put on the notes twice.
Maple syrup.
Oops. We also seen Shattuck in this top 16 along with Neo, so the Corrin duos are back. We seen Shattuck beat, if I remember correctly, Shiny Mark. I don't see it in there, but I do remember seeing Shattuck beat Shiny Mark, which is a really good win for Shattuck because what did I do?
Oh.
We're back. been away from competition for a good while. You know, just got out of high school. Now in college. He's young. He has to learn. But he still got it. And we also see Jagabata, the Japanese duck hunt player, who, courtesy to our good friend Dr. Stank, made a GoFundMe that I also participated in to fly out to Port Priority 9 with a bunch of other duck hunt players and made an amazing run.
Almost made top 8.
Almost made top 8, losing to Zamba in top 8, which that matchup just looks bad.
Yeah.
I don't really think Jagabata's got a good secondary for that matchup either. He's got a Rosalina and Luma, but that also sounds just worse. So
Yeah.
kind of hard matchup there.
Still a really good run though.
Really good run. We've seen a lot of duck hunts in this bracket too. There were
And there was
Jagabata, Embo Z,
Zog.
Zog. We had Dr. Stank, and there was another one that I don't remember the name of. So
oh god.
this whole bracket had 5 duck hunts, and in day 2 there were 4 duck hunts. And then I think in like top 32 there were 3 duck hunts. And then after that there were 2, and then after that there was 1. And the one that go above all is Jagabata.
They're taking over.
He got upset relatively on by a Wolf player named LRA Start, who has a lot of bracket experience and matchup experience against Duck Hunt, thanks to Zog. But then we seen Jagabata bounce back, beating Siskwi. I don't remember who else he beat before that. Maybe it was Uame? Because Uame was also here, I think.
Yes. I think they were.
Might have been that. But then after that, beat Siskwi 3-0. Duck Hunt Samus is not good for Samus at all. So definitely getting a very good bracket matchup check. And then losing to Zamba because Zamba's goated. More notable things to note about this bracket. Osimo and Syrup and Tweak and MK Leo and Beast Mode Paul were all in attendance, and none of them made top 8. MK Leo lost to Yeast and RM8 for a 65th place at Port Priority. Yeah, how MK Leo losing to Ike? I'm not really surprised Yeast beat MK Leo. MK Leo loses a lot to Me Brawler. But RM8's crazy being MKLeo being like the best Ike from the beginning of the game and knows Ike in and out.
Right.
So the fact that he lost, especially in today's meta where Ike is shit
Yeah. No,
and predictable,
not good at all.
kind of crazy. This was also the first tournament that Tweak came back from, but it was definitely not Tweak's bracket. As a random not random, but Ice Climbers player Shin went to this bracket and absolutely just killed it, and makes me want to play Ice Climbers, but I'm not trying to kill my controller again. But yeah, Shin made an amazing run here. He beat Tweak. He beat multiple other players that I don't remember, but it was enough for him to get 17th at this tournament. Tweak then also lost to Toon.
Forgot that happened.
Was it Toon?
I think. Could be wrong.
No, it was. Yeah, I remember it was Toon. Yeah, he lost to Shin and Toon for 25th at his first tournament back. Kind of rough. It was a really rough bracket for him, honestly. I think I was hearing on Tweak Talks, Ice Climbers against Diddy Kong is.
I guess it doesn't really sound the best either.
Well, Ice Climbers is like really good against brawler short range characters, and
Yeah, that's
Diddy
the whole
Kong
thing.
is entirely that. But I'm really surprised we didn't see him go Sephiroth, which is amazing to Ice Climbers. But low-key, I'm glad he didn't, because I think we all know that his Sephiroth doesn't really cook. So I'm glad to see him stick to Diddy Kong for this entire bracket, even though there are definitely times we want to go Sephiroth in these matchups. So it's good. Yeah, Beast Mode Paul was here. Beast Mode Paul losing his like round 2 to Umans, a Mario player, being just absolutely unexpected. We also seen I don't know how to say your tag, but Fura Ramen, the Japanese Isabelle player, get upsetted pretty early for a 129th. Missing day 2. Also going Wii Fit trainer against Shulk player Soul Arts. Quandale Dingle at the bottom. Quandale Dingle Lingleton.
Yeah, you forget
The D-Dog. I love that guy. But yeah, it was a pretty crazy bracket. Dr. Stank, our Indiana friend, was in attendance along with all of the other Duck Hunts. All in out for a pretty crazy tournament. He made day 2.
really cool.
He lost to... I think he lost to an Aegis in winners, and then lost to Tora in losers, the Ike player. A different Ike player.
I lost to Dark Wizzy.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, it was Dark Wizzy. I forgot he was here. But yeah, he did lose to Dark Wizzy and Tora, so womp womp. Made day 2, though, so let's go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Another little fun fact. Everybody in the top 16 outplaced their seed. And for some, like Lammers, it goes +6, and Sonic's is like a little +1, but it's a pretty neat little data there. I also like seeing Light have a really good bracket here after not playing the game for a good while. Sonic's winning his tournament. Bunch of Japanese players do good here. Is pretty good bracket so far. And Tweak, this was Tweak's first tournament back, but really close to the actual start of the tournament, it was announced that Tweak was being signed back onto TSM, his original sponsor, for competing again, but it was also later confirmed that even if he wasn't going to compete, he was going to get sponsored anyways, which is good, and really hopeful for the Smash scene that people are still getting sponsors.
Still some interest coming in.
So some interest coming in, especially with these Luminosity things happening. We'll get into that relatively soon. Good to see. Good to see people getting picked up for sponsors still because the game needs it. Because the game needs players, and top players need sponsors because it's their job.
Yeah, right.
They don't get paid. If they don't get paid to go to a tournament and get upsetted in a tournament and miss payout, they literally go broke.
And then they're not going to go to tournaments.
Right.
It's chain reaction.
It's good for sponsorships, and honestly, a lot of top players need sponsorships. Low-key, every top player needs sponsorship. Like, can we get a sponsorship on Louis Money already? I felt like he should have had one way before then, but
Mild.
Mild.
I want to see a sponsorship on Mild.
Yeah, if you look at Japan, there's a lot of sponsors,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Carmelo doesn't have one. Leaf,
Yeah.
low-key Leaf should. I think there should be a low-tier sponsorship where you only like sponsor mid-tier or below characters,
That'd be
specialist. Like you get Shirayuki, Leaf, Toraguri, Mild
Mild.
NAHO.
Yeah.
Maybe some Duck Hunts, even though that character is low-key not mid-tier.
It's an evil mid-tier.
Evil
It's a
mid-tier.
mid-tier, but it's not a mid-tier.
Yeah. I think I would like to see that. I think that'd be
so cool.
pretty cool.
Kinda-
Can we sponsor my boy Suzune out to more events? That guy's crazy.
It'd be kind of hard to make work, but
Yeah.
still, you can make it work.
But good old Smash Brothers being back. And more drama for Smash, of course, coming back because it's Smash Brothers. We love Smash Brothers, but recently Luminosity has originally Luminosity sold the company over to a different own.
Velocity has not been making big moves.
They have not been making big moves. And when they tried to, Big Nintendo said,
Nintendo made a big move.
Nintendo made a big statement. But yeah, Luminosity originally sold their company to a different owner. Then that Luminosity got sold again to a different owner that is actually going to hopefully bring back the whole Smash scene. All of their Smash players are now keeping their sponsors. Besides Iivisu.
No.
I think it was literally there were people whose names you've never heard of and might go like two at locals that are keeping their Luminosity sponsor, but
Not
Iivisu is being
Iivisu?
dropped from Luminosity,
Dang it.
and I love that guy, and I hope he can at least make a good content to pay for the lack of a sponsorship, because Unk needs it. Unk needs it. Unk needs that sponsor money. On top of Luminosity, Luminosity make big moves or make moves Miami. I don't remember which one it is. One of those two. The tournament happening in Japan originally was stated to have banned crafting.
Yeah, so they said no crafting allowed.
Now, you see, they said they would ban crafting because in the Nintendo guidelines, if you outright ban a character from play, it terminates their guidelines, meaning you cannot get a license. No license means Nintendo could just say, you cannot run a tournament, and if you do, you're going to fight the Nintendo lawyers, and you're going to lose because it's the Nintendo lawyers. And by losing that, be prepared to go bankrupt and homeless and be in debt for the rest of your life. That's what happens. So they said that. They said they would ban crafting, not Steve. They banned a mechanic of Steve. But as a fundamentally built-in mechanic for Steve that was intended, it was intended for Steve to craft and mine and place blocks and all that, Nintendo stepped in and said, unban crafting or we remove your license, thus meaning you're eligible for the bomb to be dropped on you. And Max Ketchup caved in, as any person should against Nintendo, and unbanned crafting. And honestly, I think it's for the better that Steve is in this game. Despite how undisputedly top one he is, Steve isn't winning every event. I mean, per priority, top placing Steve was Carmelo. He got third. I'm fine with that. And then Over in Kagurabi, we had Akola also get fourth. Mia had a Steve, but he's a Game and Watch guy. Carmelo got ninth at that tournament as well. But point is, I think it could be a reason to ban Steve, but he's not winning every event.
No,
He's
Donkey
not-
Kong's still winning events.
Yeah,
We're
Donkey
fine.
Kong is winning events, but Steve isn't winning every event.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Game and Watches. Let's just say Game and Watch is top one.
Let's
Fuck
ban
it.
Game and Watch.
Yeah, just ban Game and Watch. But Steve isn't like winning every event, so I think it's fine to keep him unbanned. But it also, a lot of the concerns that people have is, why is there a new Steve player every month that becomes a top 100 player?
Yeah.
Which is definitely a point to be made. But I will say, sometimes people practice this game in silence and then go to a tournament and sweep, like Akola did. If you look at Akola's stat record, he won the first tournaments he's ever went to, and from there on out just kept winning tournaments the second he started competing, because his practice partner is Raru.
Oh god, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so he definitely knew the game before competing, and then as Steve, of course, you benefit a lot. So I'm kind of okay. I was low-key down to see either way happen. Steve being banned or Steve being unbanned. Steve being banned, Steve not being banned. But you good? Okay. I think for like, I guess the scene, unbanned Steve is fine. He's not winning every event, so we can definitely complain about him because he's busted and overpowered and has everything any character would want.
But it's also not Brawl Meta Knight.
But is also not Brawl Meta Knight or like Melee Fox.
Yeah, but Melee Fox also doesn't win everything.
Right.
There is Marth.
Yeah, yeah, that is right. Melee Fox doesn't win every event. Melee Marth does. And then yeah, in Brawl's Supernova. Supernova's high bracket of Brawl actually banned Meta Knight outright. Or no,
Mega Knight?
not Mega Knight.
Not ban Mega Knight.
We've been on a Clash arc recently. We apologize. Supernova banned Bayonetta, not Meta Knight. They
Brawl.
from Smash 4 they banned
I was about
Bayonetta.
to say, what?
From Smash 4 they banned Bayonetta, and
Okay.
Brawl they made a rule list where you can pick any stage against Meta Knight, and
Yeah.
you can't do anything
I
about
think
it.
doing stuff like that's a lot fair. Like, say they were to put a rule in where if your opponent picks Steve, you can pick like small battlefield immediately. I think that would be a much better compromise to those who want to just
Mm-hmm.
ban the character outright.
I think there was also one of the conversations was about FD on using the small battlefield Omega variant, because on FD it would seem perfectly fine, and it actually seems like a bad stage for Steve, like there's no platforms or anything. But when Steve mines, he uses a shovel
Oh,
and not the
right.
pickaxe. And when you use the pickaxe, you use durability, which means it could break, removing access to your forward air and back air. But as a shovel, Steve's entire kit doesn't use a shovel besides mining on FD. And a good nerf or like change could just be make the Omega variant, so every stage Steve has to use either the axe or the pickaxe and not shovel, because he doesn't use that in any of his moves. So that's kind of unfair, but you know, whatever.
Use the Market Gardener.
Oh, dude, don't give Steve that. No, let's not give Steve a Market Gardener. Back air already hits like a semi truck. But yeah, meta changes for a lot for Smash. Players are coming back.
It's always nice.
Not Shattuck. Spargo has been on a traveling hiatus. He's only been competing in Mexico tournaments.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering where he went.
And he's only been competing in Mexico, rocking the plant still, because
Yeah.
the funny little plant can win. I think there was Mute Ace, I think also is on a hiatus, or just straight up retired recently. I don't remember. But I don't remember. No, I actually don't remember. But I think something happened to Mutace. He might not be playing the game as much or at all. So hopefully he comes back. But I think that's it for... Well, no, not it for Smash News, because over here in Indiana, we had the very fun and crazy bracket of Spartan Showdown.
Oh, yeah, Spartan Showdown, not Spartan Smash anymore.
Yeah, it's not Spartan Smash because of the Nintendo license agreement. Spartan Showdown happened, and if anyone listening is in tune to Yeet Smash clips, I'm sure you've seen Brari 08 versus Straw Hat Kid. That clip is crazy. I loved being in the audience in person for that clip. I popped the hell off because there's never going to be a clip like that happens ever again. But for the whole bracket, it went relatively well. He competed in it and got 17th, which is pretty neat. Bubba Beans, who is very high on the state PR. I think he's number 4.
I believe so. Could be 3. I'm not sure.
Might
Or around there.
around there. I mean, the top PR in state.
Definitely top 5.
As what, a sophomore, or no? He's a junior. I think he's a junior now because I think
Yes.
last year was a sophomore.
I believe so.
Yeah. So he's youth player on PR. My pocket's being weird. Youth player on PR is diabolical, and he plays perfect Pac-Man. So you can't really stop that. We seen a lot of upsets in that bracket. A lot of clips from Brari. There was a Mewtwo. Respect the Doge. I see you. It was kind of cool. I like that Mewtwo. We seen the GOAT. Skibidi Toilet 2012
Oh,
sign up, of
God.
course. We don't know who it is, but he's the GOAT, of
They
course.
take on Goon Lagoon.
It does take on Goon Lagoon. Yeah, youth players make their tag anything, like Wagons' old tag. We don't talk about that. Diabolical tag.
What?
I'll tell you after the podcast. It's diabolical. But
Something.
overall, it feels like Smash is back, or was, because there's not really any tournaments happening upcoming.
It's every week. It's so back. It's so over. It's so back. It's so over.
Yes, no tournaments for Smash, womp womp, but for Pokemon, we have results. Did I not put the results in the show notes? BRB, I can grab them real quick.
Can you throw up the technical difficulty screen from The Simpsons on here? Are you transit? Come on, man.
No.
Can I throw a rock at him?
Then I'll
Yes.
have to actually edit it.
Yeah, you're the editor. You're supposed to.
Yeah.
Like how you're supposed to fix all the grammatical errors in the description. Looks like Grok wrote it.
Okay, I didn't send it.
Did I typo the description?
Some of the descriptions.
You typo a lot.
I do.
Some
On
of the descriptions I can't even read.
I do know on one of the tournaments, one of the episodes we talked about Pokemon World Champions and Supernova, and you put Riptide as
yeah.
Supernova as the title.
Oh.
That didn't happen yet. You put the wrong tournament title for yeah.
Wait, I know what happened. I think I have an auto, I think I have a default, and I go in and change it, and I probably forgot to go and change it.
Okay, well, that's more reasonable.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
there we go. Oh, volume bar.
volume bar jump scare because it's screenshotted. Actually, let's go in order. We have Pokemon tournaments that happened recently. I cut off the 8th, but I don't care. I know what this top 8 was. Regional Lille happened over in France. That's the French flag,
I
right?
believe so.
Over in France, being dominated by Dragapult Dusknoir, it seems like. I see at least 4 in top 8 because I cut off 8. But, at least half the competition being Dragapult Dusknoir was pretty unexpected. I've listened to a lot of the podcasts recently for Pokemon podcasts, and I think their reasoning for why Dragapult did so strong here was because Gardevoir decks were becoming more aggressive with how they played, using rare candies more instead of TM Evos, meaning Dragapult got better access to their rare candies behind a Badoo item lock, so they can't rare candy their Gardevoir. And if Dragapult gets a rare candy, Hilda, you get board wiped,
All right. Makes sense.
making a unfavorable matchup for Dragapult now become much more manageable. There was Charizard Pidgeot, there was Piper Lapine, the Goldengo mastery from Worlds, plays Zoroark here, using a line of Darmanitan, which is, for these upcoming tournaments, actually became very popular. It was the original builds of Zoroark used it, was mid, just used Reshiram, but now we're back on the Darmanitan line, and for Darmanitan's funny, huh?
It's pretty funny.
Darmanitan and Smash 6, guys, those who know. But we've been going back to the big angry monkey guy in the deck, with even copies of Reversal Energy to attack with the Darmanitan itself instead of Zoroark. And then over in the UK, I also cut off. I might have cut off the entire top 8 for every one of these.
Let's see. Oh, no, you got that one.
Okay, not that one, because enough Goldengos were in there. All right, we're good. Just not this one.
6-7. Your battery percentage was at 6-7.
Oh, that's so funny. 6-7 mentioned everybody stop. Over in the UK, New England, one of those. The tournament winner was Ryuki Akoda from Japan, rocking Absol Kangaskhan, but a different build over Tord Reklev's build. We seen him cut everything for Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon and went heavier on an Absol, and I think one of his builds used an Unfair Stamp instead of a Trolley. And we also see, like Unfair Stamp, heavier disrupting cards like Eerie and Xerosic's Machinations to just make Absol's Claw of Darkness attack that much more disruptive.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what flag that is.
It's the UK, right?
I think. Looked like New Zealand for a minute. That's why I got confused.
The new
I
one.
see the UK is just the big one.
There's a little one.
Yeah, so I don't know. I might have been New Zealand.
Shit, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
looks-
geography enough.
I don't know geography. I have to look at flags.
Yeah. Charizard Pidgeot's been doing pretty good recently. Another thing about this tournament and the last tournament, not a single Gardevoir in top 8, which is very interesting.
Supposedly best deck in format.
Is best deck in format.
Supposedly, no, it's not there.
You're right. And in this top 8, we also don't see Gardevoir either.
See?
We seen Regional Gdansk over in
Poland. Maybe?
Poland's the reverse of that
Oh
flag.
god, what is that one then?
I don't know. Regional Gdansk. We seen Daniel win it with his Goldengo Lunatone Zoroark build as the new Mega Evolution deck that's been popping off a lot.
No, that's Poland.
Oh, Poland. We see another Goldengo in there. A Zoroark in the top 8. This top 8's also really stupid because there's no Dragapult or Gardevoir. I just seen that. There's no Dragapult or Gardevoir.
Huh.
We see 2 Goldengos, Charizard Pidgeot, and 2 Eevee boxes.
What the heck?
I am a big connoisseur and lover of the Eevee box deck, and Emma got second, losing to Goldengo, which hurts because that's such a good matchup. But when you prize all your Eevees, it kind of sucks.
Mm.
Had a really good I love Emma's build of EV-Box. It's so different. It has so many better lines than any EV-Box deck out there right now. It's just
I see an owl in there.
what?
I see an owl in there.
It's a
Yeah.
4/4 owl line.
What does the owl do?
When you evolve the owl, as long as you have a Terra Pokemon in play, you can search your deck for 2 trainer cards. Trainer cards being item, supporter, stadiums, and tool cards. And you get to search for 2 of them.
Okay. That's
And they run 4 of them. So you
Okay,
really
yeah.
get to cherry pick out your deck and set up your attackers super strong. Their deck used Pidgeot EX as another way Pidgeot searches your entire deck for 1 card and just take it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It uses that as even more just cherry picking through the deck. And we've seen copies of Jet Energy, which were really weird, and I didn't really know why Jet Energy was in there to begin with. But it made clear as to why, because this deck also uses Blood Moon Ursaluna EX. And when you use Jet Energy, and you have free retreaters like Pidgeot EX, and basics from Latias EX, if you retreat Blood Moon, Jet Energy back it up again, you can attack again, because the Blood Moon is like kind of balanced by a big attack cost, but lower because if they have lower prizes.
Right.
But you also can't attack next turn as Blood Moon. But if you leave active and go back into the active, Blood Moon can attack again,
Okay.
which is mostly the idea of Jet Energy in the deck, and showed up so much and was amazing. Their deck also uses a Hilda to find Jet Energy and a way to get all their evolutions or Noctowls or Pidgeot even. They run also that's like 1 Pidgey, 1 Pidgeot EX, 1 Rare Candy. Really low line for Pidgeot, but if you don't prize the Pidgeot, you've just got better Fan Rotom stuff to pick out. I seen one of her plays was just crazy. Her board during her turn went from no Eevee, no energy, no nothing, to double Night Stretcher Glass Trumpet for the 50 HP Eevee. It goes into active after you use a Glass Trumpet, because if a Terappa goes on bench, to attach energy from the discard pile, goes into the active. 50 HP Eevee means it gets to evolve as it's in the active its first turn. It goes straight into Flareon. You use your Night Stretcher for the other fire energy, and Briar for 3 prizes. A board of no energy, no Eevee to 3 prize Flareon turn, being
God,
crazy.
that's pretty good.
And because her build just used Jet Energy, Night Stretchers, and Pidgeots, you get crazy plays like that. It's amazing. And didn't cut the Briar, which I love, because low-key, I thought about cutting it, but that made me not want to cut it because Briar's the GOAT. And we also seen Grimmsnarl on this top 3. Another EV box, Zoroark, Absol, Kangaskhan, all do really well. And then for a tournament that just recently ended, we actually see Gardevoirs this time,
Aw,
but it's Gardevoir Jelly. The evil Gardevoir.
evil.
In this tournament, we finally seen Tord Reklev, the inventor of Tord Box, actually win a tournament with his deck after everybody else was doing it. We also seen Ryuki Akoda, the other Absol Kangaskhan deck winner, with 2 different builds. Also, he lost to Tord. There was a mirror match of those 2.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Liam Halliburton, the Milwaukee Championship regional winner, was also there with Zoroark using the Darmanitans again, because people are on that. Henry Chow, the Gardevoir, just professional. For as long as Gardevoir's been out, Henry Chow has just been Gardevoir player, master, and usually does good at every tournament and usually wins sometimes. But got 3rd here. We also seen Aban Ahmed back at this tournament do pretty good with the deck. We did see another Aban misplay into a penalty. Not against Liam Halliburton, though. Against Tord, even though Liam was in this tournament, we seen Aban drew an extra card from the Mystery Garden, thus resulting in Tord snowballing from a donk in game 2 into your game 3. You only have to take 4 prizes because of a 2 prize penalty from game 1, making Tord your Las Vegas Regionals champion. We also seen a Joltik box in this top 8. And I looked at the list. It's nothing special, so
Still good. Still good.
it's a mid deck. I truly, I've played Joltik box forever. That deck is a one-trick pony, even though it has box in the name. But you know what? If you make top 8 with Joltik box, you're low-key just the better player. So I'm not even going to argue. Because...
Didn't Scrubbed Out also make day 2 of Las Vegas?
Did he?
Yeah, he plays
He
Diddy.
does play Diddy. But no, wait, actually, did Landon actually make day 2?
He posted something about making day 2 at a big TCG regional.
Wait, no way. Hold on, did he actually? That's actually going to be crazy.
I can't remember if it's in Odyssey or Indiana.
Wait, oh god, I don't even know how to look.
It is not in Odyssey, so I'm assuming it's not there.
He did!
Yeah.
He played Terror Box. Wait,
Yeah.
Scrubbed Out made day 2. What the
Yeah.
Wait, what? Yo, he got top 100 at this tournament with Terror Box.
I don't know if I forgot to tell you or not. Clearly I did.
Wait, yo, this build actually crazy. Oh my god, yo, Landon, you're my go. Yo, look at this. Yo, look at this deck list. I love that. I actually love that deck list so much. What?
Oh. That's
Bro,
pretty
he's
cool.
running like a mini Absol box and a Terra box.
Right,
That's
no, I see
crazy.
that. That's pretty cool. Nope.
Wait. Wait, yo, my goat Scrubbed Out. What the fuck? Yo, I didn't know. Tool Scrapper.
Again, clearly I forgot to tell you.
Oh my god, he runs Tool Scrapper. You're my goat. Everybody should be running a 1-off Tool Scrapper in the decks. Thank you. Yo, I actually love this build. This build is actually good. What? Yeah, he got 94th at the tournament? Yeah, 94th. Hold on, can I look? I can look at his, I can look at, like, his matches, right?
Should be.
Oh, he also... Him and somebody called Carter played the exact 60. And he outplaced the guy who played that. Can I please see, like... oh, come on. Oh, here he is. Wait. I'm trying to, like, see if I can, like, figure out who he beat, but I really can't. But... My goat Landon Frank, good in TCG as well. Ain't no fucking way. That's crazy. I did not know about that. That's cool.
That's really cool.
Just for that, y'all should sign up for Afterburner 2026. Like, he's a Smash player too. He's hosting probably the biggest tournaments in Indiana and low
I don't
key
think
the
it's
Midwest.
probably, I think it is just
The
biggest.
Midwest. We should talk to him about a TCG side bracket.
That'd be so cool.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be awesome.
We got all that. That'd be good.
There's a lot of Smash players, especially around here too, that like that TCG.
Yeah,
so-
Ball State has so many TCG players. I bring my deck there just in case if anybody wants to play friendlies at a Smash local.
Right.
It's cool. I've been messing with Alakazam recently. That deck is crack to me. I love that deck. But to continue on with the Pokemon news, we have lots of new Pokemon cards to look at from Mega Dream EX and the Start Deck 100 over in Japan. First off, we've got this Mega Frostlass EX. It is a 310 water type Mega Evolution. It is weak to metal as it is a Game Sense Ice type. And with 1 retreat cost, being pretty neat. For 1 water, it has Rebellion, and it does 50 damage for every card in your opponent's hand. And I was just talking about Alakazam. You're going to draw cards for Alakazam. I'm going to do what seems like a 2,000 damage.
God, just emulsify you.
Yeah. Now, Alakazam's only 140 HP. You don't need to do all that. Come on. An actual nuke against Alakazam. But that is a pretty strong attack. I closed your thing. Please help me. I clicked the button.
The evil button.
I did. Yay, we're back.
Quick, now we have his fingerprints. Steal his data.
So, steal his ID. Before we continue, Mega Dream EX is doing a really weird thing where they're reintroducing old mechanics from Scarlet and Violet into this format. As you can see here, we have new Ends Pokemon. And the Trader's Pokemon were a Journey Together and Destined Rivals special thing. So we're seeing more of that in Ends Vanillite, Vanillish, and Vanillux. All of which are pretty good. The Vanillite is 60 HP as a water type, of course, and it's got a call for family for 2 basic Pokemon and put them on the bench. Really good. The Vanillish has sheer cold, and it says 60 damage. The defending Pokemon can't attack during your opponent's next turn, which is pretty good. And then this Vanillux is really interesting. Me and Sai were talking about it a lot. This Blizzard attack does 120 damage and 10 damage to your opponent's bench, which is a pretty good spread attack.
Like a baby Dragapult.
Yeah, it's like a little baby Dragapult, but its first attack is where stuff gets really weird. Layered Snow, double the number of damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon.
That could be really funny.
Right, and as a spread type attack from Blizzard, this synergizes really well, and this could be its own deck, honestly.
I could see it.
It's a water type, so you can use Baxcalibur. It qualifies for a reversal energy. I could see Ends Vanillix being a pretty good Pokemon. I like the Vanillish a little bit more. I think the Sheer Cold attack is pretty good. That text right there is kind of crazy. I don't know if it uses though. And the Vanillite, Call for Family attack, all pretty good. Good Pokemon, good buffs to end Zoroark. And then we see a little Snom. A little Snom here.
Love Snom.
He does 20 damage.
It's good enough.
And then we see a Frostmoth, which is relatively interesting. To put it into perspective, you remember when we were all watching Azul's stream and we seen a Chandelure Whimsicott deck?
Yeah.
This Frostmoth says, once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you can use the ability, each player draws a card. The exact same thing as the Chandelure, which is pretty interesting.
That's pretty cool.
And then we also see a Cold Cyclone for 2 water. You move a water energy from the Pokemon to a bench Pokemon. Relatively okay. And now we're going to get into a card that's going to forever hurt the meta. And I truly believe that. In the form of Ends Zekrom. So, the whole thing about Ends Zoroark was it didn't really have a good way of doing a lot of damage. It had to rely on doing 170 damage, poking constantly, not doing too much, just like threatening options. But then if you hit Zoroark, you would get nuked from the other Reshiram attack. But this just threw everything out the fucking window with this Zekrom, because it says remember, and Zoroark uses 2 dark to attack. We see for a Fire, Lightning, colorless, Rampaging Thunder for 250 damage, saying this Pokemon can't attack during your next turn. First of all, this card's a good single price deck already. Because Eel is a thing. You could load this thing up with Eels and get all your lightning energy like that.
Sorry, load this thing up with eels.
The Eels. That attack fixes End Zoroark entirely. End Zoroark can now one-shot. That's terrifying.
Yeah, that's a little scary.
This, like, if you do this, Binding Mochi play, you can knock out Megas. In a deck that's not supposed to one-hit KO. So, that's really busted. And then, to just sweeten the deal for End Zoroark. You see a Shred attack for 70 damage, literally called Shred, and it just says damage isn't damage, resistance isn't affected, meaning you can hit Cornerstone, which, after seeing yesterday's tournament, would be good, because Tor just played Cornerstone and Zoroark couldn't attack for the entire game. Bro, I literally seen him use End's Darman. Back on the tournament, I would like to point out there was a really cool play that I seen from a Ends Zoroark Liam Halliburton against Tord in Master Finals. So Zoroark uses a Blood Moon Ursaluna, and it uses a Team Rocket's Watchtower, which shuts off normal type Pokemon's abilities. And Cornerstone says it cannot be hit by Pokemon who have an ability. So we seen Liam Halliburton shut off his own Blood Moon's ability and power up 5 energy on Blood Moon, manually attaching every turn to attack with Blood Moon Ursaluna by shutting off its own ability to actually knock out a Cornerstone.
That's pretty funny.
And if this card was to be in format, we could actually just see you just Shred for 70 and it's their turn.
Yeah, that's a little scary.
I'm really glad this card exists. That was a boring finals to watch. It went to overtime
Oh,
because Cornerstone was a card. But, you know, this End Zekrom is definitely going to make End Zoroark a much stronger deck, more than it already is right now. It's a really good pick for meta, and this just makes it so much better. Not to mention, one of your struggle matchups is Goldengo. If you attach a Vitality Band onto your Zoroark, you can one-hit KO Goldengo now. So, the one-hit KO deck, you now prize race it. Should not happen.
no.
Zekrom is such a good card. A not so good card, but if you can get the conditions to work, might be the best supporter in format. This supporter is so fucking weird, but we can get onto it with Anthea and Concordia. It's a supporter card that says you can play this Pokemon card if you have Ends Darmanitan, Ends Zoroark, Ends Reshiram, Ends Zekrom, Ends Kinkling, and Ends Vanillux, all in play during this turn. If your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from one of your Ends Pokemon, you can take 3 extra prize cards.
Okay.
So, in theory, you could take 5 prize cards, and if it's a Mega, you take all 6 of your prize cards and win the game like that.
GG.
But, through these requirements, I don't think it'll ever happen, because
Yeah.
we see a stage 1, 2 basics, and then 2 stage 2s. Like 2 basics, 2 stage 2s, 2 stage 1s is not the lineup you want to have, but of course the supporter says, if you can get that and you run your deck with all that,
You take the money.
you can just win the game like that. I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, pretty funny supporter. I like seeing silly supporters like this, so it's a real treat to see a card like this. We also see the Legendary 3 get their own cards. The Johto Legendary Beast Trio. We see a Raikou, Suicune, and Entei, who all do the same thing for respectively Lightning, Fire, Water. Just say 2 of that energy, and then if you have 30 plus, if you have at least 4 of that energy in play, does 90 more. Pretty good, but not crazy. I think the Raikou, the electric type, is a little bit notable because it's really good for a Miraidon deck to set up energy on the board. So we could see that get played, but most of them, not really. It's situationally, but, they got their card. That's cool. Next up, we see Rocket's Pokemon get some new cards. We see Team Rocket's Diglett with possibly the best attack in format if you can get it off, John.
I'm sorry. I'm like, ugh. Sorry. I'm I don't know what just happened. A little
Oh.
tired.
We Team Rocket's Diglett. We see a one fighting energy rummage around. Rummage around.
Wait, where is it? Oh, I see it.
It says
Flip a
flip a
coin.
coin until you get tails. For each heads, discard the top card of your opponent's deck.
Okay.
I'm saying if you land 50 heads in a row, you can mill your entire opponent's deck out in one attack and in one turn. But this Diglett's a little funny. I like him. And the Duck Trio is a little more interesting as well.
Oh.
Oh. We see Ends Doug Trios, not Ends, Team Rocket's Doug Trio say, with an ability, Pothole, whenever your opponent's active Pokemon moves from the bench during their turn, you put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. Interesting choice for a Team Rocket's buff, but...
You used ice cream, then you double it.
Oh. Ice cream, what?
Ice cream, the Vanillix, the Swirlix.
Oh.
You double it.
You
put the
could.
damage counter, then you double it.
40 damage, good job.
Matt.
Fuck, I turned it off, no!
No.
He's gone. Its attack was a fighting and a colorless. You know what? Screw this thing. I'm just going on my phone. Its attack was like fighting colorless, 50 damage. Woohoo! No one really cares. Sorry, Deck Trio. We
I
see
was falling asleep at the sight of Doug Trio. It's fine.
Team Rocket's Honchkrow,
Honchkrow, the goat.
an evolution to the Murkrow. We also see the Murkrow get reprinted in the Mega Dream set.
Yes.
And I will say, this card actually looks a little promising. It's, of course, a Dark type, which Dark types are good in format. And we see, for 2 colorless, mind you, colorless and not dark, you can use Ignition to power this up in a single turn. Rocket Feathers. And it does 60 damage for every supporter card with Team Rockets in their name that you discard. So if you discard a whole bunch of Team Rocket supporter cards, you can do a lot of damage.
I believe that's like the, what was it, Porygon? There was a Porygon that was like...
The Porygon does damage based off of the Team Rockets in discard, and this
Yeah.
puts it in the discard and already does enough damage. So it's a really, really good Porygon deck inclusion. I could see Porygon actually being low-key not that bad.
Porygon was just United Wings too. It was kind of
He is United Wings too, but you have a Dark type attacker now.
Oh yeah.
That is really good. So honestly, this Honchkrow is really, really good. It has a second attack, but it does like 100 for like dark colorless, but you're not going to use it.
Yeah.
And then we also see looks at reverse hollows for the Rockets Pokemon. They get a big R for the reverses. You can't see it, but a big scary R on the card is pretty funny. And then we also have some news about a Ninja Spinner, the set that got a trademark leak that we were talked about a good while ago is confirmed, and it is confirmed to be Mega Greninja like we all thought. And it says on Japan it is likely to release March 13th. And yeah, it was the trademark filing was in June of this year, so now we're seeing it actually at least in Japan for March, and then we gotta wait more for. So we might see a whole year. This might release in like June for English, so whole year waiting on Mega Greninja. For Mega Dream EX, along with all of their reprinted cards, they are reprinting, more cards, like the reprints of certain cards, like the
I said it.
No.
Sorry.
They confirmed to like reprint cards like the Murkrow, Team Rocket's Murkrow. So there's that, and they're reprinting the Eel line, and we're getting a Mega Eel EX.
Oh, Mega Eel.
A Mega Electros EX, evolving from Electrike, is actually really interesting. It's a stage 2 lightning type mega for 350 HP. Just a just a lot of
It's a
HP.
fat eel.
It's a fat eel, big old eel. We see for only 2 lightning energy a split bomb, and it does 60 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon, which is not that bad.
And then you double it with the ice cream.
With the ice
I
cream.
don't know. I keep thinking about the ice cream.
Double it, give it to the next person.
Thank you, ice cream.
But what I think is actually a really interesting attack here is Disaster Shock. For 3 lightning, it does 190 damage, and you may discard 2 lightning energy from the Pokemon, and when you do that, your opponent's active is paralyzed. And paralyzed is the best status condition into TCG, but doesn't get a good attack. But this attack is kind of good.
Yeah.
It puts energy in the discard for Electrike, its pre-evolution, to utilize. Guaranteed paralyzation is busted. So this is I could see a good deck being used with this, but it might be like a one of as an attacker because it's not like a great deck to make of, but it evolves some Electrike, which is used in Miraidon, so like a one of this in Miraidon's pretty good. Hits Cornerstone, always good.
Yeah,
Always
it's
good to hit Cornerstone in this meta. Like Zoroark, you can't hit that. Your entire deck has ability. We also have the Pokemon for the Mega Dragonite EX, the Dratini, and the Dragonair pre-evolution line. The Dratini just does 30 damage. Okay, it's 80 HP, which is notable. You can't Buddy Poffin for it. But the Dragonair has a lot of people turning their heads. It says, for an ability, if this Pokemon has an energy attached to it, once during your turn, you can use the ability, and this ability will let you search your deck for an evolution Pokemon and put it in your hand. Meaning, really good synergy with the eel. You can eel a lightning energy onto the Dragonair, which also is used for Dragonite's attack. Then have the energy from the eel be used to get an evolution Pokemon straight from the Dragonair, which is kind of good. It might not be like too good, but it is definitely notable for a Dragonite deck. So Dragonite could be like a good deck, honestly. I don't know. Thick Scale isn't really anything notable. It's a Pokemon tool card. The Dragon type Pokemon this tool is attached to, they take 50 less damage from Grass, Fire, Water, and Lightning Pokemon. Okay. It's like specific, but it's fine. And then we see Canary, a supporter card. You discard a card from your hand to play this card, and when you do, you can search your deck for 4 lightning type Pokemon and put them in your hand. Which is kind of good because you could discard a lightning energy for the eel.
Feed the eels,
and then feed the eel for a free energy attachment. And you get 4 lightning Pokemon. Pretty good. We see a few of these reprints here. You see Badoo, the entire Dragapult line, the Dynamo, Electric, Air Balloon, Lily's Determination for its special set. Badoo will be reprinted, guys.
Evil.
Better stock up on Badoos. We also see art rares for Dreepy and Dracloak, who never actually got an art rare, especially with how popular Dragapult is. Never got an art rare, but we see a absolutely beautiful looking Mega Gengar SAR.
Okay, that's sick.
I wish I could show you this on camera, but it is. I can show you this. It's not going to be that good, but it is pretty good looking. I love it. We also see a Marnie's Grimmsnarl SAR in this set as well. A card that also never got an SAR, or even a full art at that. So it finally got some love for it being a good deck. And we see here a little start deck 100 thing. I don't know why I'm showing it to you guys. You can't see it. But it is showcasing So far we have news of 2 Mega Pokemon that are being revealed with the inclusion of the start deck. One of them we know everything about, and the other one we don't. But the one we do know is Mega Charizard Y EX, with arguably a better attack than Mega Charizard X. It says Plosion Y for also it's a stage 2 360 HP fire type Charizard stuff. Plosion Y, fire colorless. You discard 3 energy from this Pokemon and it does 280 to one of your opponent's Pokemon, which also means benched Pokemon.
Oh wait,
This can knock out a Mega Absol EX on the bench,
be kind of fun.
which is pretty good for 3 prizes. Lots of damage. It knocks out your Fezes, your Latiases, all those like set up double prizer liabilities. This Mega Charizard Y is low-key fire. It makes for a good Mega Charizard X deck as a secondary attacker, but low-key this could just be its own deck. This attack's pretty good. We see a Pikachu and a Raichu that exist. It's Pikachu. It's Raichu.
Yeah, Pikachu.
Their attacks don't do much. But then, saving the best for last, the best card that may ever be printed in modern Pokemon TCG, because this card is miles above ends Zekrom. We see a item card called Pokepad as a item card. Search your deck for a Pokemon without a rule box and just straight up put it in your hand. Now, rule boxes are EXs, Mega EXs. Not every deck uses those.
Yeah.
And uses Ultra Balls, where Ultra Ball says you have to discard 2 cards from your hand and get any Pokemon you like. Great Ball, top 7, get any Pokemon. Dusk Ball, bottom 7, look for it.
Right.
Pokeball is Ultra Ball for a coin flip, but this has no downsides if your entire deck is single prizers,
Just take it.
like Alakazam,
Oh.
where Alakazam is like low-key relying on Great Balls and Dusk Balls, but imagine Great Ball, but you look at your entire deck with no downside.
It's a little evil.
It's also good in just honestly any deck, because you can, for stage 2 decks that evolve into a big stage 2 EX or Mega EX even, this can just get the little guys.
Right.
This gets so many Pokemon. You reveal it, but you're probably going to use it anyways and play it, so
Yeah.
they know you have it, like whatever. It is an item card, meaning you could just use this as much as you want during your turn. I'm definitely seeing why this card's printed. Alakazam is low-key the deck Pokemon wants to make good. And the entire,
like it,
like the
yeah.
new cards that are being printed really hinder and like either benefit or counter Alakazam. Alakazam, just in Phantasmal Flames, we've seen cards like Wonder Patch, Dawn, and Battle Cage. All Battle Cage just says damage counters cannot be put on benched Pokemon, which is
right.
really good against your Dragapult decks and your Grimmsnarl decks, which are the 2 counters to Alakazam. You see Wondrous Patch, you pulled it from your stuff. You get to take a basic Psychic Energy from the discard pile and attach it to a benched Psychic type Pokemon. Meaning you can save an energy attachment so that you can use Enriching Energy as your ace spec to just draw more cards as Alakazam. So that's always good.
That's
And Dawn, you search for a basic stage 1 and a stage 2. And Alakazam being a stage 2 deck, constantly searching through your deck as well is pretty good for Dawn. And then in Phantasmal Flames, we also seen Empoleon EX, which is a straight up counter against Alakazam. It says it's a Metal type stage 2. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Metal type stage 2 Empoleon EX. And its ability says this Pokemon cannot be affected by attacks of your opponent's Pokemon. Damage isn't in effect, of course, but damage counters are. meaning Alakazam cannot hit Empoleon EX. Now, it says Mist Energy is the same thing, but Mist Energy can get removed with an Enhanced Hammer, which is what Alakazam runs.
Right.
You can't do anything about Empoleon. There's not a single card, I've looked, not a single card that turns off that ability. There's a Gastrodon, but it has to be on the bench, so you're not even hitting it.
The impenetrable penguin.
You could Iron Thorns, but Iron Thorns only works in the active, and that means you're not attacking with Alakazam. So
Come back, Quad Thorns.
no Quad Thorns. And more cards that are buffing that. I think the Empoleon is like a card meant for Goldengo to counter Alakazam because Goldengo hates Alakazam. And being able to have a card that you can get from the Genesect DX to just straight up say you can't do anything about me. Kind of sucks, but Pokepad busted. Literally going to be a 4 of in most decks. Definitely a 4 of in Alakazam, not even a question. It's also a really good card for Slowking. I just thought of that.
Oh yeah.
Slowking is entirely single prizers, and as long as you get Academy at night or the Gumshoos. No, wait, no, not Gumshoos.
What else had it?
Young Goose. The Trump Pokemon, the Donald Trump Pokemon.
Right. I don't remember.
I forget his name. Donald Trump Pokemon.
Yeah,
Really
I'm
good.
choosing- That's the evolution line, but I can't remember which is which.
Yangoose?
No, that's a different guy.
I don't know. The Donald Trump Pokemon thingy is really good for this deck. It's really good for Pokepad. It's just I can't stress enough how good Pokepad is. It's weird. Like this card makes so many decks just better. The whole issue with Charizard was it couldn't really get its pre-evolution setup good enough without Ultra Balling, but now it's like you Pokepad it and it's just there. I think Pokepad changes the meta for every deck. Every deck benefits from Pokepad unless you're Quad Thorns. Quad Thorns bottom tier trash now. No Pokepad. You can't use Pokepad. It sucks.
Oh, I see.
You can't use it. But yeah, I think the meta definitely takes a change. New megas, new cards, reprints of cards, and Zekrom being a card shouldn't exist. But bro, some people thought Zekrom was gonna do 350,
Oh my god, no.
and I was like, no, bro.
No.
Zoroark is not needing to take out Mega Gengar EX for free. Like, no.
Maddie.
But, you know, that's all the news for us today. Lots of Smash stuff we talked about, lots of Pokemon. I can't really think of much to say outside of we're all on a Clash Royale arc.
Yeah.
I was on a Battle Cats arc, but my account disappeared because I got a new phone and it didn't transfer over.
Ghost of the phone.
The ghost of Casaluga. The
Ghost
goat.
of what is it? Kasujizo.
Kasajizo. I don't got that guy. I got Mitama the Oracle. That's a top 5 unit. And I lost it.
Bye bye.
Yeah, Ponos, if you're listening, get back to me. I'm really upset. I'm actually really sad. And I seen Mock playing Battle Cats at Claim the Crown, and I just had to like I wish I could do that, but I'm not playing this game a third time. No. But that's pretty much it for us today. I could do a tournament report, but low key my results were like iffy, and I don't know what happened to Sai at the Pokemon local yesterday, so I don't really know what to talk about there. I mean, I beat a bracket demon, so let's go Mewtwo.
Just went up to Ball State, made top 8 again.
Yeah. Type shit.
I'm just doing. I was playing.
Yeah.
Dude, I was fighting Twerp on stream. There was no stream setup, so it was just the stream setup, and I did 6 backers in a row, and it hit. In the corner, K-Rool comes in.
It's peak. It's neutral. Who would win neutral? 6 K-Rool back airs or Donkey Kong up B? from center.
Oh,
Come on, the inventors. The F students are inventors, guys. That's an F student neutral. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could do a tournament report, but I think we're going on good enough for the length of a podcast, and
yeah.
I don't really think you guys want to hear about me playing my duck hunt bracket, so we're gonna keep it at that.
Do a reverse 3-0 with the duck hunt.
My duck hunt is gonna be better than Stinks one day because I'm not cheesing people with Fort Smash. But yeah, that does it for me today. I'm done talking. Do you have anything you want to talk for the pod?
Well, not really.
Do you have anything you want to talk about on the pod?
Skibidi toilet.
All he said was Skibidi
Let's
Toilet.
not talk about Skibidi Toilet.
I
We
was-
already talked about the guy
I was-
at Spartan Smash.
I will say this. She Mega Knight on my princess till I negative electric drain.
That was I didn't like that. I don't like Clash Royale anymore, guys.
Let's go. Let's play.
Let's-
Plants vs Zombies.
Let's play Boom Beach.
Yes, Boom Beach.
Let's play Boom Beach. But I think that's it for all of us today. Thank you for listening to this Pokemon Smash kind of double collab
Yeah,
podcast. Yap Fest, definitely. I like Yap Fest. Always good.